from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming your way next.
Please welcome your St. Louis Cardinals.
Just about ready to roll here, and towing the slab, it's Sonny Gray.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Ready to go now, and now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Let's go, Sonny.
And the 0-1. And that one a little bit high.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Breaking
2
ball
balls, 1
inside.
strike.
And it's 2-1.
Clearly, he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And the sweeper misses for a ball.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike if he swings or not.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 1 away.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So here's Robert now. Clips the corner. It's 0-1. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Walker makes the play. 2 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Singing not a lot of star power in this lineup against the top arm on the mound in this one.
Yeah, might see something special out there on the bump in this one, and they definitely have their work cut out for them. You know, but some players, they actually take that challenge of facing an ace, and they actually raise their games. Take me, for example, not to pat myself on the back, but I did hit 370 off of Roy Halladay for my career.
Whoa. Hey, how'd you do against Tim Wakefield, Chris?
Yeah, like I said, Boog, I hit 370 against Roy Halladay.
On the ground, right side. Takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. Today's starting pitcher, Martin Perez.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-0. Perez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. The shortstop takes the ball. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. This one high in the air to left center. Benintendi is there. Corrals it. And there's 1 down. And let's take a look at the lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Alec Burleson, batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, bases empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike two.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
That's off the mark, and a count 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering is downstairs.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
On the ground, and it goes just foul.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
One down, base is empty. Inside, and that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Wilson Contreras now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Come on, let's keep it going. Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Nice grab. The feed for one. Out. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Back here in St. Louis, Andrew Vaughn now.
First baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Gray, in his 12th season, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. Gray back to work. Ball 1 there.
Ball 1.
That misses the zone. Now 2-0. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
There's a swing and a miss. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Josh Rojas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Second inning here, no score. And now
That's
2-0.
outside.
Right through there for a strike. That one pushed to the left and foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hit on the ground to short. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws, and that's a great play for the out.
Second baseman,
That was an impressive diving stop. Singing, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
Yeah, there was a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first, and the White Sox go quietly. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. Here's Nolan Arenado. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Line and a base hit into right. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
batting fifth, second baseman.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Base knock right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Lars Nootbaar up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. The lefty, the 1-0. That clips the corner. Arenado, the lead runner at second. Donovan at first with no outs. And a count 1-2. Way inside, gets out of the way. Next one just misses. And the count's full.
That's a really good take.
First and second, no outs. Bottom half of inning number 2. Good job to fight that one off. Three and 2 now, and they're all loaded up.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Golden opportunity right here. That's a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Bases juiced, no outs. In the dirt, gets away from Lee. but no advance from the runners. The 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But
got him swinging. And now it's Ivan Herrera. And that clips the inside corner.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
1 out, bases full. And that drops in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase.
To third, Rojas. To second, there's one. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Back here at Busch Stadium, and now the DH, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Pulls that one foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Off the mark there. And the count now even up. Next offering misses down and away. That one out to right. And that drops foul. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
And that one clips the corner. Runner at first with no outs here. And that one is inside. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Corey Lee. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count. Come on, Cardinals.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Mike Tauchman. Led off the game with a strikeout.
Mike Tauchman.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Vargas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That's down and in.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Way inside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Gotta love the resiliency shown in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything. Really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second, 2 outs. Luis Robert now. He's 0 for 1. And fouled off. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Yeah, we in goal mode. Going. Yeah, we in goal mode.
Back here in St. Louis, digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Victor Scott.
This is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
There's the strike. And there's a ball.
That's inside.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
Now batting.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Flying to left his first time. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd.
Nope, outside.
Next offering is fouled back. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. And ball 1.
No strike.
And he deals. And another ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets the outside corner with that one.
2-1.
Just missed. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Next offering is in for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here's Contreras now. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses. Headed towards the corner. Tuchman on the move towards the line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. 2 outs. That's inside. 2-1. And that's outside. Nolan Arenado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He just hasn't had great command of his pitches in this one. Definitely more walks than you'd like to see.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
This batter gets described as a homebody because he loves playing at home, and historically his numbers back it up.
And that one fouled off. Burleson over at second. Contreras at first. 2 out of the inning. Next offering is down low.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
The changeup missing, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 on, 2 outs. Fouled off. He was late. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boo. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases all loaded up. Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. And he's already singled in this game. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Liner, and this could be trouble. And it bangs off the wall. Arenado around third. To the plate, and he's out. That ends the inning, but 2 runs do score. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. On to inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 2 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th. Andrew Benintendi steps up. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not. Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn. Inside, just missed. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. Bases empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's too low. That's low. Now 2-2. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. Scott on his way in. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh
Rojas. The next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. That one missed. Outside corner, there's a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses, struck him out. Down in order go the White Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. And we're back, ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar. That's down and in. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Number 64, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Boozer warming up as well. Next offering is in for a strike. Back up the middle and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, right
Jordan
fielder,
Walker. Next up for the Cardinals.
Walker.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
On the ground left side, 6, 4.
That's an out.
3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. 0 for 1 so far. He gets there with the slide. Fires to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Redbirds down quietly. They're up 2-0. here in St.
Leading off
Louis.
for the White
And
Sox,
now here
second
is
baseman,
Lenny Sosa. Gray back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. First pitch just misses.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Oh, nice play. Over to first. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
And now, Brooks Baldwin. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's in there for strike one.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Next offering way off the plate.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
That one just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They trail it here 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
And that's downstairs. And the count is 1-2. Got it. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Martin Perez won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Number 64 on the pitch here.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's in the dirt. And that is ball 1. Wynn goes 5 feet 11 inches, 22 years old. And he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020. Popped up. Sosa makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals, designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Alec Burleson. First offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Now he'll turn for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So runner at second, 2 down. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Man at second. And that misses off the outside edge.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Nolan Arenado up next for the Cardinals. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Right down to shoot, and that is strike 1. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk,
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
First and second, 2 outs. Arenado will hit next. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two on, 2 outs. That one
2
not
balls, 1
close.
strike.
Now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed. Brendan Donovan in the St. Louis on deck circle. .3-1 is on the way. That clips the corner. Burleson at second. Contreras on at first with 2 down. On the ground right side, and that chance handled. On to first, and they get Arenado for the out. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Nice work from the White Sox pen. We're through 5. It's the Cardinals 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here in St. Louis, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Corey Lee.
You can do it, Cardinals. St. Louis, yeah, woo, all right, St. Louis.
That one clips the outside corner, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And that one misses up and in. 1-2 to count.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Tauchman up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. And now it's Luis Robert. That one's in there. That's strike 1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. The White Sox trailing by 2, and we're the top half of the 6th. And a swing and a miss.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Making 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Cardinals 2 and the White Sox nothing.
Now pitching for
Cam
Chicago.
Boozer gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan.
Second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
And first offering is fouled off. And that skips in the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Let's go. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Now batting.
So up next, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar.
There's a strike. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Jordan Leisure up and loosening in the pen. Gilbert, a left-hander, also throwing. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. Now 2 out.
Now batting.
And now Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Headed towards the corner. And that's the third out. We go to the top of the seventh. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Right through there for a strike. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Ryan Fernandez preparing to come on if needed. Liberator getting loose as well.
Ball, that's high.
Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him looking. And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical at setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
At the plate, Andrew Vaughn. And that's outside. And that's ball one. And another ball. That one catches the zone, and that's strike one. In the air, right field. Walker on his way over. He's got it, and there's two away.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh Rojas.
So digging in, Josh Rojas. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. And first offering is fouled off.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
Two strikes.
And that one is inside ball one. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Two down, nobody on. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. And they're down 2-0.
Now pitching for
Jordan
Chicago.
Leisure on a pitch out of the pen here.
49.
Pretty tight game, so they're
Jordan
looking for
Leisure.
quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the Cardinals
Leading
catcher,
off for
Ivan
St. Louis.
Herrera.
Catcher, Ivan Herrera.
Just missed.
Outside.
That's in there, and it's 1-1.
I got one ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Gets to it on to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Now batting, center fielder Victor
Scott. Next up for the Cardinals, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Fought off foul. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball is going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 3.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
3-2. The pitch is outside and ball 4. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. First offering, runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
0-1 now. Upstairs.
Nope. Ball 1.
Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tauchman sizing this one up. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, designated hitter Alec
Burleson. Next up for the Cardinals. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And a swing and a miss. And that'll do it. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cardinals 2 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Fernandez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves.
64.
Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now, Lenny Sosa.
Second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Fernandez, in his second season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. And edge of the zone for a strike, and the count 1-1.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. One gone here.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Started after it, appeal to first, and he went around according to Patrick Johnson. And a swing and a miss there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Baldwin stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Inside, just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And another ball. Corey Lee waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one finds the zone, and now 3-1. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's down. One hops off the wall, and that's a double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Now it's the White Sox catcher, Corey Lee, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And the slider just misses. Baldwin at second with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Next pitch downstairs, 2-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. Mike Tauchman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
40.
bottom of the 8th, Tyler Gilbert. 3-4-5 due up for the home team. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. That clips a corner.
right, Cardinals, let's go, St. Louis.
Slapped foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Check swing, but it's put in play. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nato comes in to take his cuts. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Let's go, Nato.
One down, base is empty. Movement in the bullpen. Gus Varland, the young right-hander, up and throwing.
Go, Cardinals.
Here's a 1-1. That one catches the corner for a strike. Hard hit to third. In time to Vaughn. And they get Arenado for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Two down, bases empty. And the batter now, Brendan Donovan. Line drive, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that.
Nootbaar, the next to hit, takes ball one. Two outs. Just missed. And there's a strike. Just missed.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And ball four, two aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, two outs. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Cards strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Back to the top of the order. Stepping in, Mike Tauchman, 1 for 3. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
A little bit high, and it's 1-1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar gun.
2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
And that one fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Ball 1. 1-1.
This one in the air right field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
So it's their last chance in this one. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Just missed.
Ball 1, no strike.
The tying run at the plate. That's off the inside corner. And now 2-0. With the tying run at the plate, you're at the top of the 9th.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This could end it. And it remains 2-2. That one almost got him.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Tying run at the plate, and the tying run is on base.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as the pinch runner, Brian Ramos. First and second, 2 outs. Josh Rojas now at the plate. First pitch misses.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
The 1-2. Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, low-scoring ball game in this one. 2-0 game, few errors, pretty clean. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of defense and pitching. A couple of runs was all it took to get the W today.